Hey YouTube, this is the middle stage of my homemade snake hide or lizard hide, whatever you'd like to use it for. It's made out of a just basic styrofoam or polystyrene, as the Americans like to call it, and basically it was the existing structure was just like a cube, a half of a cube, sort of with a bit of a cutout. A square cutout, and as you can see, I've used other polystyrene or styrofoam to cut out shapes with just a little knife, and I've stuck it on with this Selleys No More Gaps. You can see what it's basically used for. It's like an expandable foam, and I've stuck that on there mainly so that I can get this effect with the I can cut out this effect so it wasn't a square edge, so that it was a rounded edge, and also I could glue these on. Some people can use a hot glue gun, but this sort of keeps the effect. It makes it like that rough, and it's really easy to sculpt, to carve. So I'll just do a little, it's the hide there, and as you can see, as I showed you just before, it's actually quite big underneath. And the good thing about this is you can make them bigger and bigger as you go along, but I've chosen to do it like this, and I'll just show you the finished product. I've made one already. So this is the pythons. There's Lemon, just curled up there. As you can see, she's just shed, so she's got really nice colours at the moment. And this is the snake hide here that's painted. This is the one we made earlier, and I'll just get the glare off. So let's see if we can focus in on this. So as you can see, if we move some of this greenery out of the way, we've got mate in there. You can see that sort of rocky effect that we've got happening there, and I'll explain how I do that in a moment, but that's it there. Which is a lot larger than the previous hide. But I'll just show you what I use. So this is what I use before I paint it with other colours. I use this paint primer. It's like a yellow one, but what it actually does, and what I wasn't aware of, but I love the result, was that when you spray that paint in it, because it's what it's I know it says reduced toxicity, but the actual toxicity from it, the paint actually dissolves the styrofoam and causes it to have, instead of these round balls, it sort of melts those balls and makes a sort of jaggedy rough pattern, which is excellent. It looks amazing, and I guess one note to point out is it actually doesn't melt this foam stuff, it only melts the styrofoam. So if you're wanting it all to blend in well, I had to do some additional cuts after, because it actually melts this back, the styrofoam back, and this is left sort of sticking out a little bit. So you sculpt it in a way that it won't do that. That's next step will be to paint. So after priming it and getting that nice effect that you can see, you can always see that the bubbles have all popped, or they've melted out to give it that rocky look. So with that rocky look, we've then painted it in just one colour, in just a dark brown colour, and then while it's drying, we sprinkle sand on it, and then after it dries, you just dust as much as you can until every single loose bit is off. Then you can go ahead and give it a clear coat of a sealer, like a gloss clear coat, and then you just let that dry, and then there you have it, a homemade snake hide. You didn't have to pay $40 for.